Hello everybody! Welcome to our Tanungan Thursday episode sa ating LCF Lifestyle Talk with yours truly, your Diet Doctora, Dr. Josephine Grace Rohotan. And today, we will tackle the low-carb and fasting concerns ng mga newbies and hindi lang ng mga newbies, pati na rin yung mga veterans, yung matagal nang naglo-low-carb and fasting. If you have been in LCF lifestyle for quite some time, tell us in the comment section kung meron kayong additional concerns or if you've been very successful sa inyong journey pero merong mga little things that make you wonder if it's okay or not okay sa low carb and fasting, you are more than welcome to ask them sa comment section and we will try to tackle them as long as we can. So, hello Sir Regan, Sir Adan, good morning po. Paano ba magbalik loob? So, yan yung first question. Paano magbalik loob? So, first, of course, ano ba yung reason mo bakit ka nawala sa iyong landas? So, if you have to assess first kung ano yung nangyari, why you save away, maybe baka nagkaroon ng party, nagkaroon ng major life event na hindi na kayo nakapag-focus sa inyong low carb and fasting. So just get back on track by remembering kung bakit gusto nyong mag-low carb and fasting in the first place. Dapat alam natin our commitment kung when it comes to our health at kung ano yung ating pinaka-goal talaga. If merong mga nagsasabi na hindi daw nila kaya or hindi nila kayang ipagpatuloy yung low carb and fasting. So actually, what I tell them is kung hindi pa kayo napupush sa limit to really do it, then maybe baka yung concerns ninyo ay hindi naman ganon kalalim. Baka yung gusto lang ninyo ay counting weight loss lang but wala namang health concern. Hindi naman kayo nag-iisip na baka later on lumala yung sakit ninyo and it will endanger your life and your family members. So if you don't have any of those deeper reasons, sabi nga ni Kuya Gibo, no, yung mga deeper why, so baka hindi pa talaga ganon kalalim yung inyong reason why you really have to change your lifestyle. But for us, like for me, galing ako sa family with a long history of diabetes and sobrang dami na pong namatay sa aming family because of diabetes complications. So it's something that I learned the hard way na kailangan talaga is tutukan natin yung ating health whenever we can because diabetes is 10 years in the making. So hindi natin dapat hintayin na ma-diagnose na tayo with those illness knowing na how they develop, hindi pala overnight lang. It's an accumulation of our day-to-day habits. What you decide to eat today, right in this moment, ngayong lunchtime, may have an effect kung ano yung kalalagyan ninyo sa inyong health 10 years from now. So, nasa sa inyo na po and I hope you will find your motivation, your real reason kung paano kayo magpapatuloy at babalik sa ating lifestyle which is low carb nutrition and fasting lifestyle. So, meron pang isang tanong, sabi ni Ma'am Imay at Angkong. Ma'am, gustong-gusto ko na mag-start pero hindi ako makapag-start. So, 'di ba meron tayong two ways to start low carb. Pinakamadali lang, dapat alamin lang kung ano yung kailangan nating iwasan. So, ano yung dapat nating iwasan? Kung hindi pa kayang iwasan yung kanin, yung tinapay, at least iwasan na muna yung soft drinks. So sometimes, kahit pa meron tayong 100 things na gustong gawin, doing just one thing, yung first step lang muna, can be the key na maging successful kayo on those 100 things. So, if meron tayong 100 things na kailangang iwasan, start with one. So, ano yan? Ano ang kailangan nyo, ano ang kaya nyong i-give up as of this moment? So, yun ba yung soft drinks ninyo during mealtime or yung desserts or say for example, yung snacks ninyo na biscuit in the middle of the day? So, try to look for something that you can give up and try to exchange it with something healthier. Like say for example, instead of soft drinks, pwede kayong gumawa ng inyong sarili nyong very iced cold coffee na plain. I always say that. I think way back 2020 ata yung 2019 pa na when I've been posting about one of my favorite drinks. So, it's just coffee, plain coffee, and then sobrang daming ice. Yung dapat, yung kanyang kulay ay parang iced tea na. para eto ay wala ng pait. So, hindi nyo na kailangan ng sugar, hindi nyo na rin kailangan ng milk. So, it's going to be plain black coffee, but it's going to be very, very refreshing. So, gusto ko sanang gumawa ngayon, but no na lang. Next time na ulit. But you can always have a replacement. We have a safe list. So, instead of dessert, baka gusto mong kumain na ng kakaunting cheese. So, that can also be it. Kung hindi talaga makayang mawala yung chocolates, then you can have chocolates. Pero yung 80% or higher or 85% kung kaya pa nga lang. So those things you can do. Try to replace just one key habit. And you wouldn't know na baka yun na pala yung pinaka key na para maging tuloy-tuloy na ang pagsisimula ninyo sa low carb and fasting. And I wish you well po. Hopefully maging successful na nga kayo. Maraming maraming salamat. Hello Zel. Hello Christina. Happy Thursday. Hello, Amrod. And Jessa from Pangasinan, Jess Leslie, and Caroline. Hirap umiwas sa sweets this month. So, hirap umiwas sa sweets this month. So, why not embrace them? Embrace them in such a way, the low carb way. So, papakita ko sa inyo ha. If there is a will, there is a way talaga. So, this is our low-carb goodies sa aming bahay. So this one is, yan, mga kakauti na lang. So this one is mango ice cream and ube ice cream na low-carb. And yung ingredients nito, isang half can ng heavy cream. So yung all-purpose cream, mas processed yon. Heavy cream is better. And then, mix it with water, maybe mga 1 cup of water. I-mix nyo sila. And then mix it with 4 egg yolks. 4 egg yolks, and then 2 tablespoon ng sweetener. And then simmer. Wag iparating sa point na bumula na ito. So just very, very low fire until it will become a little thicker. So, and then after you can add ube flavoring and mango flavoring for you to have that mango and ube flavor nang walang masyadong carbs. And habang if it's already thick na, so yung goal dito parang maluto yung egg yolk nang hindi siya naluluto na magka-curd. So it will just be cooked but it will be smooth. And then kapag medyo thick na, turn it off na, tapos freezer na. And then you can already have your ube and mango ice cream. So if there is a will, there is a way. Since ngayon, holiday season, marami ang mga parties, so minsan hindi talaga maiwasan, especially sa mga events. So before, what I usually do para hindi ako ma-tempt, hindi ako madala, whenever I go to a party, whenever I go to an event, I bring my own dessert for sharing. So if I have time, I cook. If not, I just order from mga low-carb providers. So marami naman ngayon. Although, of course, we always say na whenever we buy something na low-carb goodies, it's already considered as caution list. So just be careful. At least it's caution list, hindi talaga danger list. At the key there is paminsan-minsan lang. So, Chops TV, cramps po. So cramps, again, chops, yan ay related to your potassium. Baka na nagsimula ka ng low carb, you didn't increase your salt intake. So yun yung isa sa key sa mga nagsisimula pa lang. If ngayon pa lang kayo magla-let go ng mga inyong sweets and carbs, especially you really go into low carb ng 20 to 50 grams of carbs in a day, kailangan meron talagang increase muna in salt intake because the moment na nilo-lower natin yung intake natin ng carbohydrates, bumababa din yung insulin natin sa katawan. And that is good. Kaya nga lang, meron nitong compounding effect na nawawala rin yung tendency ng ating katawan to hold on to those electrolytes. So, iniihi natin yan ng iniihi. So, the sad thing about that, it's a vicious cycle. The moment na bubaba na yung inyong sodium sa katawan, yung inyong salt sa katawan, bababa na rin yung inyong potassium sa katawan. And the moment na bababa na yung inyong potassium sa katawan, your body, your kidney will initiate more urination. Mas dadami yung ihi ninyo, all the more mas mawawala at mas mawawala yung inyong electrolytes. So, if it's kaya pa, try to increase your potassium intake. So, meron tayong mga sources dyan. I think I have it here. Yung mga common sources. So, coconut tuba vinegar, eggplant, sardines, cream of tartar, and green leafy vegetables. So, 7 cups a day to get your 3,500 grams. Or, at least ngayon, meron na tayo nakikitang avocado. Ang mahal nga lang, liver, other fish, and mga nuts like Brazil nuts and hazelnuts na mataas din sa potassium content. And of course, when you take your potassium, also take your necessary na salt intake for the day, which is at least at minimum 1 teaspoon of salt. So to be safe, 1 teaspoon of salt in a day, and then wag nyo nang bilangin yung nasa pagkain ninyo to make sure that you'll have that. But if ever hindi talaga mawawala yung cramps and other concerns, then maybe kailangan nang kayong magpakonsulta muna. Baka hindi na kasi enough yung supplemental dose. So, supplemental dose of potassium is just 99 to 100 milligrams. So, yun lang yung parang maintenance. But if it's already a correcting dose, yung ano na talaga, medication dose, so it's a drug dose, so usually it's from 500 to 1,080 milligrams 2 to 3 times a day yan. So, to correct muna yung potassium deficit ninyo. So, I hope you will be well. But try nyo lang muna yung mga common na sources of potassium natin. Baka mag-improve naman. So, thank you for that question, Cramps. Pwede po ba kainan ang barley bread? 7 months low carb. So barley bread, I'm not familiar with barley bread, pero if it's the whole grain na barley, then it's still in our caution list. So meron naman tayong, ano, di ba? Meron tayong low carb levels. So tingnan natin yung ating low carb levels. So sino pwedeng kumain ng carbs? So 5 low carb levels. So yan. Papakita natin kay Sir Walfredo ang ating 5 low carb levels. So, ang first one is kung wala ka talaga sakit, you're very, very healthy, physically active, at nag-IF pa regularly, then of course, you can take those. Wag lang marami. So, usually, one slice niyan is nasa 25 gram of net carbohydrates. So, two slices in a day, you can accommodate that. But of course, we still have other carbs that we take in, like mga vegetables. Those are still carbs, even if they are low carb. And yung mga condiments, yung mga pampalasa sa ating mga pagkain, usually meron din silang mga maliliit na incidental carbs. So if you are perfectly healthy at wala namang health issues, you can have that, and limit nga lang. If you're on health level 1 and level 2, you can accommodate those. But if ever you are on level 3, na kakagaling pa lang, hindi pa talaga ganun ka 100% fully healed, na parang normal na you are younger than your age when it comes to your metabolic health, then maybe you should try to avoid that one. And limit nyo lang yung inyong caution list sa maliliit na sweeteners or some cheese and dairies, but not going over 20 to 50 grams of our carb limit in a day. Your concern on cholesterol, if it's just LDL in low carb, meron tayong videos on that na why we actually shouldn't worry as long as there are no other markers of inflammation and cardiovascular risk. Ibig sabihin, if it's isolated na mataas na total cholesterol brought about by mataas na LDL and HDL, most importantly HDL, it's actually not a major cause of concern as long as wala namang other signs of inflammation tulad ng pagtaas na ESR, CRP, ang pagkakaroon ng mataas na calcium score, or if nagpa-carotid scan kayo, if wala namang obstruction, wala namang build-up of plaques, then most likely it is just a benign response and expected response when you are doing low carb. But if ever you want to lower it down the natural way na kahit walang gamot, na naka-low carb pa din, there is a way to do that, and na-outline natin yan in our LCF Masterclass for hypercholesterolemia. So in case you are interested, and for those na merong concerns on their cholesterol, fatty liver, o mataas na triglycerides, and you are more than welcome to join our LCF Masterclass by yours truly. Check out nyo lang po yung page natin na LCF Masterclass by Josephine Grace Rohotan MD. So, marami tayong masterclasses. We have for hypertension, for diabetes, for obesity, many more. So, GERD, PCOS para sa mga babae, those are available na po. So, thank you so much po, Rodson Lim from Bohol. We hope to visit Bohol soon. Si Ma'am Edna, hi Doc, almost 3 months na akong low carb. Bakit ang resulting HDL ko mataas po? Ano po ang solusyon? Tapos, naka-IF po ako. So, still the same. Yun po yun. Tumataas talaga ang LDL and HDL and it's not a cause of worry as long as, again, wala itong kapares na pagtaas ng sugar, pagtaas ng insulin sa katawan, and other signs of inflammation that we mentioned. So, try to explore sa ating YouTube channel po, Ma'am Edna. Meron tayo dyan, Dr. Rojo and cholesterol and LDL and you will be guided at hindi na kayo matatakot pa. Ma'am Imay, if you want to enroll, yes, you are more than welcome po to enroll in our masterclass. Hi Doc, bago lang ako dito, okay lang ba mag-low carb kahit di mag-fasting? Breastfeeding mom po ako. Yes, of course po. Actually, sa sisters ko, my two sister-in-law and my sister, when they were breastfeeding, they were on low carb pero hindi sila strict sa kanilang IF. My other sister-in-law, Mabi, nag-IF pa rin siya because hindi na talaga niya kayang kumain pa ng early. She doesn't have any appetite, but she just drinks a lot of water. So fluid is the most important. And based on our experience, yung quality ng breast milk is actually very, very good sa mga naka-low carb when you are eating nutrient-dense, low-carb meals talaga. So if you are a healthy breastfeeding mom, you can be on level 2 to 3. So you can actually accommodate some carbs kahit kung gusto mo kumain ng kakaunting kamote, you can have that. Of course, portion is still the key. And eat more meat, eat more real food. Kung kulang, you can add more eggs, you can add more fish, chicken, beef, pork, as long as it's under our safe list. So my sisters before, because of work, they ask for donations ng breast milk from other moms. And they cannot help but compare na sobrang layo ng quality of breast milk that they are producing and the ones that other non-low carbers have. So, malasaw. So, kitang-kita, sobrang lasaw ng breast milk ng hindi naka-low carb, and for those na naka-low carb, sobrang thick. You know na it's rich in proteins and good fats that will actually nourish your baby the best way. And of course, as much as possible, kapag nagbe-breastfeeding, avoid any processed foods because those chemicals can cross your breast and can be transferred to your baby. So what we eat daw, what we eat during pregnancy and during breastfeeding are mostly the same foods na i-crave ng anak ninyo later on. So if you don't want them to crave unhealthy foods, try to eat healthier choices para at least kung meron man silang i-crave, yung preference nila on the foods that they will eat are going to be the healthier ones. So, Erwin May, good morning, Doc. You have been an inspiration and a relevant approach po of LCF lifestyle with varicose veins. So, number one, weight loss can improve varicose veins dahil yan, it usually lumalaki yan over time because of the weight that it's been carrying. Si Maming meron ding varicose veins noon. And then, nung nag-low carb siya, lumiit na nga, hindi na siya ganun ka-engorge. And after going 4 years now of low carb, ngayon halos hindi ko na nakikita. So, it might take time for it to really resolve. But importante, you have to keep your weight loss and also you can do exercises. So improving your blood vessel health, especially on the lower legs, isa sa pinaka-importante talaga nun would be muscle strength and muscle bulk on the lower extremity. So pwede kayong mag-exercise like squats. Okay? So any home exercises that can improve the health of your lower extremity. So yung legs niyo, walking, jogging, or squats. So kahit body weight lang muna, that can eventually improve. Of course, since I'm also a plastic surgeon, one of the approach is a non-surgical. Merong isang procedure that can be done by certain doctors na ine-inject ng isang parang sclerosing na chemical na kapag in-inject ito, yung vessel ay magko-collapse. So, magsasarado and it will no longer be patent. Hindi na makakapasok yung blood flow. So, hindi na siya lalaki. So, of course, as much as possible, you go with natural. Kung hindi makapaghintay, baka may beauty pageant na sasalihan soon. So, you can have that. But if wala naman, low carb and fasting can eventually improve that overall. So, good morning, Sir Romeo, Ma'am Estrella, Annalyn, and Doc Dinah Concepcion. Si Doc Dinah Concepcion, you are my idol in low carb life. Proud to say from 78 to 64 kilograms. Wow! Congratulations po, Doc. I'm so happy na you were able to lose 14 kilograms. So, sa mga weight loss na ganon, ang iniisip mo, sometimes you might feel na baka hindi ka na ganun ka-successful, nag-stall yung inyong weight, yung inyong progress ay nag-stop na, try to think of those 14 kilograms at try niyong magbuhat ng 14 kilograms ngayong araw. Try to carry it around. Maglakad kayo na merong dalang 14 kilograms and you can really see kung gaano pala kalaki yung nabawas ninyo at gaano kalaki yung weight na nawala as burden to your spine, to your extremities. Kaya that is why for those who were able to successfully lose weight, yung mga pains sa kanilang joints, sa kanilang tuhod, sa kanilang paa nawawala because those extra weight pala ay already damaging their cartilage, their joints. Kaya kailangan optimum health tayo. So hello Ma'am Sonia, hello Ma'am Edna. Result is 6.7. So baka bago pa lang, try to check your HbA1c after 3 months. And if it's still more than 5.5, more than 5.5 to 5.7, then baka hindi pa ganon ka-perfect yung paglo-low carb ninyo. If that's the case, hopefully you can be guided. You are more than welcome to join po ng ating Diabetes Masterclass. Soon, by January, we will already open our website for Diabetes Masterclass for you to learn it on demand on your own. So, kindly keep us posted po. Make sure na naka-turn on your notification bells so that you will be updated for more of our learning programs. JV, Doc, maka-epekto po ba ang lemon water kung fasting pa? If you haven't read the book na on book 1, lemon, kapag hindi naman na-squeeze, so it can be okay, pero that is in our gray area. If you want to be so successful, nakita natin na the best kind of fasting is done with clean fasting. So, clean fasting, water, tea, salt, coffee. So, plain. Lemon water, vinegar, and others can be on the gray area kung hindi naman ganon ka serious yung reasons for fasting. If it's just weight loss, if it's just health optimization, hindi naman for cancer or tumor talaga, then that can be accommodated. But generally, when we have flavored water, we try to take them during our eating window na. So what low carb food can we eat when having LBM? So still the same, but you can start with soup. So bone broth or vegetable broth or meat broth na merong herbs and spices, merong paminta, merong salt. So the electrolytes that are from the bones and meat and from the salt, the sodium chloride, that can help. So with LBM in general, ano lang yan, volume per volume replacement. If you think nag-LBM kayo ng mga 1 cup, make sure to intake at least 1 cup of fluids then in the form of drinks or soup. And any other low-carb foods, add more salt to that. Usually it can help a lot already. So, I think we tackled a lot today when it comes to our mga concerns ng ating mga newbies and even veterans. So, I think we can accommodate one more question, pero merong mga mga magagandang insight from Ma'am Rowena. LCIF started when I stopped cooking rice. Out of sight, out of mind. So that's very, very good po. Yan. Yun nga, ang sabi nila, the battle when it comes to the wrong foods and unhealthy foods ay natatalo tayo the moment that we put them in our basket sa grocery and the moment na dinala natin sila sa ating bahay. Because the moment that they are there, you cannot help but think of them, and eventually, kakainin at kakainin mo sila. But when they are not there, you don't have any choice. You will just do away with whatever that is in your pantry. So try to bulk up your pantry with the foods that are in our safe list. And if you are already healing, you can accommodate some of the caution list, but usually we should still be careful that it should be low carb. Okay. Lemon water, which is better, yellow tea or green tea. So either way, it's okay. They have their own different benefits. They said that green tea is more on cleansing, more on metabolizing, but it also has higher phytotoxins. So if meron kayong mga allergies and some aches and pains na hindi nyo malaman kung saan nanggagaling, try to eliminate first the green tea, just like yung ang isang experience ng isang low carber natin before, si attorney na from vegan shifted to carnivore. It was the removal of green tea sa kanyang diet that eventually nawala na yung kanyang aches and pains. But generally, if you're tolerant to teas, either it's okay. So usually I have green tea, I also have yellow teas, I also have black teas, kung ano lang yung feel ko that day, because I'm already very tolerant sa iba't ibang klase ng mga teas. Whipped cream or on blackberry, okay lang po ba? So the both are all low carb. So make sure that your whipped cream is not the ones na merong sugar added. So it's whole, full cream, whipped cream, and it's fresh blackberry. So blackberry, kung pwede, if you eat them, huwag lumagpas sa 10 blackberries because they can also have high sugar content if they can in excess. So about 10 berries, 10 blackberries is okay. At yon ay better option, especially ngayong holiday season na hindi maiwasan na nagkakaroon ng gatherings, and that sometimes calls for dessert. So these desserts are like better option than the high carb one. So happy holiday, Rodora! Maraming salamat po. Ay, meron si Mary John Flores. Naba connection ang eye twitching o heart palpitation sa LCF? Not really in LCF, but it could be a sign of electrolyte imbalance still. So eye twitching, so that's involuntary muscular movement na nasa eyes. Usually electrolytes pa din. So para siyang maliliit na muscular spasms. Kaya nga lang, if you are also not very active, hindi naman ganun ka excessive yung exercise, so maybe kung yung trabaho is parating nakafocus sa computer or anything na nagkakaroon ng eye strain, so maybe it's the small muscles surrounding the eyes yung nagmamanifest. And heart palpitation, again, it is a sign of potassium. So try to look at our videos on potassium. Meron tayong diniscuss dyan, I think just recently. Try to watch that one and where you can get your potassium sources para makorek ito. Hello, Sir Cesar. Hello, Mylene. And maraming salamat, everybody. So, I think yun lang muna for now. Replay ko mamaya for the recipe ng ating, ng ating ice cream ba yun? Ilagay ko kaya dito yung low carb ice cream. So, low carb ice cream. So, 1/2 can ng heavy cream, and then 1 cup water, 2 tablespoons sweetener or equivalent sweetener, and then flavoring, ube flavoring. Our favorite is ube flavoring. Ube flavoring lang, hindi totoong ube ha. And 4 egg yolks. Yan. 4 egg yolks. Huwag isama yung egg white or else parang magiging itlog yung inyong ice cream. Yan lang po. Low carb ice cream, 1/2 can. Heavy cream, 1 cup. Water, 2 tablespoons. Sweetener, ube flavoring drops lang. And 4 egg yolks. So, pwede nyo lang silang i-blender. Usually, I put them on a blender para well blended. And then simmer. Simmer them ng pakonti-konti lang until it will become a little thicker. Kung hindi mo kayo makapaghintay like me, So, diniretso ko na after making sure na parang mainit na din, naluto na yung egg yolk. So, I just put them in the refrigerator. So, yun nga, you will have a not so fine and smooth ice cream. But if you have the patience na hintayin until it becomes thick, na parang nagiging, ano na siya, nagiging parang mayonnaise na yung kanyang texture, then that's already gonna ensure you na magkakaroon na kayo ng very, very smooth low-carb ice cream. So, I think that's it. Yun lang muna for now. That's our topic for today's Tanungan Thursdays, low-carb and fasting concerns for newbies and veterans. I hope you learned something today, guys. And for tomorrow po, yung last day natin ng ating registration for our Davao Meet and Greet. So we will be in Davao Meet on December 22, 2022. The final venue will be given to those who will join our Meet and Greet. Maming will be there. So we hope to see you all there. Maraming salamat po. See you again next time. And thank you to our partners who are supporting our pages and our groups and our advocacy. Until next time, stay low carb, stay safe. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can see more contents in our YouTube and Facebook channels at Dr. Josephine Grace Rojo and Dr. Josephine Grace Rojo Tan, respectively. For those who wish to be guided, we have an ongoing structured learning program where we will teach you how to adapt a low-carb and fasting lifestyle for healing specific modern-day lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, fatty liver, PCOS, GERD, and many more. You can send an email to our admins or send a DM in our inbox. I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much. Stay low-carb, stay safe. Bye!